Hello. I just thought I'd show just a quick video how I use the DJI NEO, which is this little fella here, to get me extra footage when I'm doing my bike vlogging. As you can see, I'm down here with the Triumph. But I'll just show you how I use that, and how it's sort of, I think it's added quite a nice dimension to what I do, particularly when sort of opening and finishing shots with the bike. So I will turn the camera around and I'll show you the NEO a little bit better. So the NEO itself, it is autonomous in as much as that you don't need a controller for it. Trying to get that into focus. So when you switch it on, you've got a series of settings on here which will do a set of 6 different things. So I can get it to follow me, it will go vertical, it will circle around me and stuff like that, and you would have seen some of those shots, and I'll try and include those. But I thought I'd just create a little sequence of shots here, which I do in conjunction with my standard, so get my center of that, with my other DJI cameras, which I've got one on there, that's shutting down, and one on the helmet. So it gives me three perspectives to use. So I'll show you how this works. It's quite windy today, and I think the little NEO will struggle. It's like a little pet, this thing. It's really great. I'll tell you a little thing. So the batteries, you get the batteries on the back there. So I bought the kit with 3 batteries, which they give you about 15 minutes flying time each battery, which is more than enough for what I'm using it for. I'm only using it for a few minutes at a time. So, and I bought the kit with 3 batteries, and you get an additional controller, but I actually don't really use that controller, and you can fly it from your phone as well. So that's really cool, and it shows you on the phone, you know, what you're actually filming, and you can activate the different modes on it. So I'll show you what I would do on this normally. So in this situation, what I will do, let's turn it back around. Hello, we're back again. So in this situation, what I would do is put it onto spotlight initially, which is going to take the drone away from me, but it's just going to be watching me. So I'd have that as one shot, and then I would put my gloves and my helmet on, but I'd also do that at the same time when I do a rocket, which it goes vertical, straight up, and then link them all together. And I'll show you how that will work. Right, I'm going to put it onto spotlight first, and hopefully you'll be able to see it. I'm going to change to the helmet camera, because you should be able to see that rather than me holding this and doing that. Right, so this is how it will work. Right, stick with it, everybody, because it is sort of interesting. Right, so I've got what I've done. I've started up this camera and the helmet camera. What you do obviously get with the drone, I'd say it's noisy, but it obviously does have sound. So you know what you don't want is the sound of the drone. So in situations like this, I would tend to put music over it, which I know it drives you mad. So I'm going to put it onto spotlight. So I'm going to turn the drone on. So you press it once quick, and then it just goes dip, dip, dip. You can see the props whizzing around like that. So they tells you that it's sort of centralising itself. Now if I press this,
helix, follow.
So it tells you what it would do. So follow, basically I could just switch it on, it'll take off and it will just follow me, but it only up to about 20 miles an hour.
Droney.
Droney basically just means that it will go off at an angle, go high, and then just watch me, and then it will come back, and it's filming all the time it's doing that.
Circle.
Circle means that it will actually do a circumference round me.
Rocket.
Rocket is the one where it goes straight up. So let's do that first, and you'll get an idea of what's actually going to happen. Hopefully we don't get any gusty wind, because it's not that stable in high wind, but it has its own stabilisation. If I get a big gust, it would disappear off into the church. So I would do, so this is how I would set up my shots. So basically I then press this one,
10 meters, rocket, 3,
point it at me, it's
2,
watching me.
1.
See, it's quite windy, so it's struggling a little bit. So it's going to move away a little bit, and then it's going to go up. And then I would get on the bike, obviously without my gloves on there, like that. So that's gone up now. So you can see it. See it up there. And once it gets to 10 meters, it's going to come back. So it's filming me all the time, and now she's coming down. Okay, so I'll get down and I'm going to show you how we land it. Here she comes. Come on, Neo. But obviously it's quite windy. And what should happen, and this is where it goes to, when I hold my hand out, she lands in my hand because she's finished. And that's it. But obviously she's struggling a little bit in the wind. And that's finished. So that's filmed going up and coming down. So it's two separate shots there. So I can use that. I can adjust how high it will go. So at the moment it's set at 10 meters. I can get it to do 4 meters and stuff like that. And that's how we would work that. Then we get the spotlight. So if I go spotlight, and I shut now, obviously again it's windy, so it's a little bit tricky. I will try to do this without losing my glove. I don't normally wear these gloves because it was cold this morning. Right, so spotlight again, it's going to watch me. It's going to go off at an angle. Well, now actually spotlight, it's just going to sit and watch me. So it's going to be here, and then I can ride away and it will turn and track me. And then obviously I can leave it in situ and ride back up to it, so I'll get an away shot and an arrival. So that's how I would use that. So let's
Spotlight. 3, 2, 1.
okay. So if I do this, it's following me around. Gets a little bit lower to the ground, it makes life a little bit easier. But it's not going to move. All it's going to do is track me. At this point, obviously, I've made it a little bit close. It doesn't have avoidance on it. Still sitting there. See, she's struggling in the wind. I put my hand out and she drops back in. It is like a little pet. So that's recorded all that, and as soon as it lands it stops. Where I do also use this, if I want to film myself going around bends or corners and stuff, I can basically, you know, move to a certain part on site, put it onto spotlight and just leave it flying in the corner, and it will then, I can disappear off, come around the bend or come up to a junction, and it'll film me all the way through there. And it's so small people can't see it, they've no idea it's there, but I wouldn't do it on busy roads. I'll show you the tracking, the following. Let's see if we can get it to do that. There we are. So there's something running.
Helix. Follow.
So follow. So I'm going to set it off. So I can't remember where I am follow wise. Hopefully I'm not too far. Let's do it from the other direction because you might go far. I think I'm quite level follow actually. So I'm going to walk up here and I'm just going to walk towards the bike. Okay, so press the on button.
Medium. Follow. 3, 2, 1.
So it's going to sit there. Okay, right, let's just head towards the bike. And as you can see, it's following me. and it will do that all the way down. I've come to the bike, but it's still watching me. I can come over here. Getting a bit windy, poor little thing. And you can dive around. I can follow me around. And obviously then if I was going to do something tracking it, then, you know, when I get on the bike, you can sort of ignore it. But you do have the sound. Now you can record sound, because that's obviously intrusive. You can record sound on your phone, and the app will cancel out the noise of the drone, which is really clever. But I'm not that great with the audio quality after that. But it's great for doing these little tracking shots and bits and pieces. Really interesting. So once I'm happy, I go and see my little pet, put my hand out, and there she is. So yeah, I just thought you might like that little bit on the DJI NEO and how I'm using my my drone shots. Right, take care.